Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. Now, here's Doris. And the three off target. Doris, in any discussion about Lou Dort, the first topic... has got to be his defense.
Kevin, I'm going to be honest. I don't think we talk about him consistently enough as a player who should and could win Defensive Player of the Year. If you are a perimeter shooter or a perimeter scorer, the last guy you want looking opposite you is Lou Dort. Now that's Karl-Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
From 12 feet out. Misses off the right iron. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce. She's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl-Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Now, SGA. After Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer. Dort misses. Outside, Towns. Off target from outside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky. He was
off. And Doris, we had heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all three are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
Williams can't get it to go. Bridges for three. Robinson tries again. Outside, Towns. New York moving it around. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot misses.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
That is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Pass to Shamet. Offensive rebound. From the arc. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren.
We'll see the Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors. This is NBA basketball right here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Ali LaForce covering us courtside. And it's the Warriors to start out. And here's Curry for three. Rebounded by Ingram.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And last season, the Warriors had their most success playing a small ball lineup, Grant.
Well, they more than held their own on the backboards and defending the paint. But you knew they'd look to add some size this summer.
Clock is at 3, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Butler, and that comes off the assist by Green.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Fires it. Rebounded by Green. About a minute played here so far in the first. Misses the layup. Here's Toronto now. Here's Ingram. The putback. Kicks it to Quickly. Back to Pirtle. Quickly outside. Second chance effort. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Outside Butler. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Quickly drives in.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
And here's Curry for 3. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's three ball is falling. That's how good he is. There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Now here's Curry. On the take. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Curry's got 5 points.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
And stolen by Green. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Stephen Curry hears folks complaining about all the threes. He said it's new and everybody has their opinion. It's not like I can go out and do a 360 windmill, drive down the lane and dunk on somebody. We'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping to keep shooting threes, so don't worry about that. Yeah?
That's his superpower. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. 4 on the clock. Curry, no good. Raptors trail by 5. It's quickly with a drive. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Quickly's got his second basket of the game. A minute 31 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Butler. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And it's 6 points for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, great move by Butler. Setting the pick, then getting the score.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And they say you never want to get stuck in the middle. But the Raptors are in the middle, Tim. What's the plan?
Well, B.A., they're still very young, and they do have some playoff potential. I think making a trade for Brandon Ingram tells you what you need to know. They wanted to be aggressive because the East feels wide open.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's Shed. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, the athleticism of Ingram. Exceptional at skying up for slams.
There's a screen. Inside. Pulls it. Again, Golden State.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Pass to Barnes. .24 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Shed. Shoots over Curry. And it's Shed missing.
And that's just high risk, low reward. Contested mid-range jumpers drive the analytics guys nuts.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And so it's the Golden State. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
Here's Murray Boyles. Offensive rebound. And it's Shed missing. Pass to Murray Boyles. Here's Mobo. Here's Walter. Butler covering. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Selfless play by Butler, using the pick and roll to move the defense and get his guy a good look.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
The Warriors lead by 10. To the inside. Here's Horford. Some solid defense from Barrett. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. Here's Podziemski. So glad to have you on board for some hoops. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We could be in for an explosive scoring game tonight, Legs, with two high-octane offenses facing off.
Yeah, and that's the modern NBA right there, B.A. The skill level as good as it's ever been.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that was going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
It's Durant with a drive. James with the block. Here's Reeves. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Drives to the hoop. Pass to Okogie. Here's Durant. Got it. Good job in the low post.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Screen by Durant. And there's the lob. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. It's Reeves with the drive. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Love seeing this from Ayton. Dependable at finding his teammates in their spots.
An open look for Durant. Money on the 19-footer.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Sengun, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
You're looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he banks in the layup. Reeves has got 7 points in the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Here's Doncic. Smith with the rebound. The Rockets trail. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. Coach was enthralled by the court awareness of LeBron James. He said, quote, very few guys know where all the players are on the court at all times. Very few players have the skill and the ability to take advantage of any slip-up. LeBron falls in both of those categories. There's a reason people talk about him as the GOAT. Brian?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
And Sengun gets it to go.
You gotta love how Sengun attacks on the interior.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So both teams changing it up here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Hayes. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams. And here's Shepard for three. Knocks it down from distance.
Such a skilled shooter. Reed Shepard, one of the reasons they're excited about his future.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Rockets lead by 3. On the wing, Thompson. To the wing, right side. Pass to Tate. Houston working the ball around. 5 on the clock. Not enough on that one as it misses. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Grant.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, B.A. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
On offense, here are the Lakers. They trail by 1. Hayes misses. Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Finney-Smith. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. It's Houston leading by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
Pass to Smart. LaRavia outside. Clock at 6. Back to Smart. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün with it. Shoots over Kleber. To the wing on the left. Here's Tate. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He hears the whistle, and he keeps his concentration and is able to knock it down.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
From deep, Reeves. Three-pointer. Adams grabs the miss. The Rockets lead by 5. And here they come. Şengün, no good. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Back to Doncic. And they call an illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Şengün, the screen. Here's Durant. Good work defensively by James. Lakers trail by 3. And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down. That's Luka Doncic.
Yeah, B.A., he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. Well, Grant, the Lakers captured the 3 seed last season, but only the 8th best point differential in the West. What does that tell you?
It tells me that they overachieved in the regular season. But a team this star-studded has postseason aspirations as well. That's where they'll look to improve.
They haven't held the lead for a while.
And, B.A., that's why this possession is so big for them. It could be the turning point in the game.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Kevin Durant, as effortless as a scorer as this league has ever seen. He said, I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense. Back to you, Brian.
All right, thank you, Allie. And he lobs it up top. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. And it's the Lakers on the break. James with the ball. Durant covering. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And here's Shepherd for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Shepherd's got 6.
Shepherd is good at Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Houston in the lead. Here's Thompson. Houston working the ball around. Capella can't get it to go. They've got a shot at taking back the lead here.
Yes, they do. Could be the opening they've been waiting for. And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
And it's Houston's ball. Pass to Okogie. The 3. It's Hayes with the rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
And there's James from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And here's Capella. Thompson outside. Back to Capella. The kick to Durant. That one's good from the corner. 6 points for him.
There's the quick release. KD remarkably fast with the basketball.
Houston leading by 3. From behind the arc. Okogie's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Pass to Okogie. Down low. Here's Capella. Comes up empty down low. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up to the Lakers. Jacks up a three. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Doncic has got 7. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. To the paint. Ayton, no good. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. Second shot opportunity. Smith with the rebound. And this game, folks, a close one here in Houston. Pass to Thompson. Up top, Smith. Still without a bucket. Here's Şengün. 4 on the clock. No good with the elbow jumper. Ayton with it. And it's Şengün picking him up. Here's James. Ooh, that's easy work for LeBron inside.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
And Şengün gets it to go.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Up top, Şengün. 6 points for him. Over Doncic. That one's wide left. James outside. Pass to Doncic. Thompson with a steal. Here's Şengün. And the layup is good off the glass. Şengün's got 8 points.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Vanderbilt. Thompson with some nice D. A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the number 2 seed in the West, Grant.
Yeah, and they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
Durant with it. Hayes picks him up. Durant's shot is off. All right, Tim, back in 1996, you led the league in three-point percentage. You shot 52% on 3 attempts per game. Talk about the hot hand.
Well, B.A., it shows you how much the game has changed. I had the green light, but it was a different shade of green. I still only took 3 per game. Now you have multiple guys every night that will take 3 in the first quarter.
That green light's now neon green for many.
No doubt.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Knocks down the long J.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Outside Durant. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. 13 points in the game.
And how's this for a response? Durant enjoys coming right back down and delivering the cold-blooded revenge triple.
It's Hayes with the rebound. He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3. And that was one falls for Smart. The Lakers trail. Oh, Durant with a steal. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Lakers are trying to maximize what LeBron James has left in the tank. Coach J.J. Redick said, when you get to coach one of the greatest players ever, you take a lot of joy and pride and excitement in that. And it's my job to help him in these last few innings of his career. Guys, back to you.
A rare opportunity. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense, it's all about getting buckets, no distractions.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Shot from the wing. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Here's Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Durant, making it look easy inside.
Durant just going to work inside, outsmarting the defense and getting the close-range look.
Hayes with it, and it's Şengün picking him up. Here's Vincent, laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Vincent's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
The 3, Durant. Rebound by the Lakers. Here's Vincent. Off target with the 3. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. The 3, Smith. Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. For 3, Durant. Oh, what an incredible end to the corner.
Wow, incredible indeed. Waits until the very last second to let it fly.
Woo. Oh, with the clock running down, man, that was close.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Rockets lead by 6. Here's Shepard. Pass to Finney-Smith. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
And Ayton with the stuff.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Pass to Şengün. Over Hachimura. Şengün, no good. Lakers trail by 5. Here's Reeves. There's the drive. And he jams it home with authority.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Outside Finney-Smith. Houston with another miss. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth. Oh, and the jam by Ayton. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, Shepard's so creative with the ball. He confuses the defenders.
And Houston making a change here. Good on the second one.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And going right through the contact, Luka has tremendous strength, especially for a guy who handles the ball so much.
Rockets trail by 3. Here's Durant. What a throwdown from KD.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
He does not get the second one. Houston with the ball. Durant. Doncic there for the rebound. So it's the Lakers now. It's a 1-point game. James. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Durant inside. Ooh, he leaves no question.
And that's big-time stuff from Durant. He loves being the guy to take important shots. Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He absolutely held nothing back. He said, quote, "We know who we are. Let's be that. The plan is to play their game and let the chips fall where they may." Guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. The putback. How about the activity?
And he's got such great hands. Aiden corrals rebounds and doesn't lose his touch on follow-ups. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Cash it in!
Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for his team.
Thompson. And he gets it to go from the low block.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Thompson outside. Here's Durant. The 3 is off.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
Doncic fires. Luka drops the triple.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Outside Durant. Takes a 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Oh, what a clutch performer. It's clear that Durant loves the spotlight and embraces that chance to take those huge shots.
Reeves can't get the 3. It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
And he commits the intentional foul. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. On the wing, Durant. Buries it from outside.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Doncic banks it home. Big shot.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 4. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
You have to be smart here. If they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Tosses it up. Buries it.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Safe to say, that should do it. This is why making free throws down the stretch is so important.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Thompson! Oh, he misses the deep 3. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Tim Legler, Ali Thanks for tuning in. We've got some exciting basketball up ahead. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Robinson. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Now here's Hunter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. We discussed his plans for defending Donovan Mitchell, and he told me for as quick and athletic as Mitchell is, we can't allow him to get downhill. No free runs in the open court, no clear lanes to the bucket. And he added, that's not as easy as it sounds, but that is our goal. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And it's powered home by Towns.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hunter. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Towns on a screen. Here's Brunson. Mobley with the block.
Sensational swat from Mobley. I love how hard he goes on the defensive end.
6 on the shot clock. Towns on a screen. And here's Brunson from the arc. For 3. No good on the shot.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Yep, that one goes.
Good to see Bridges working the inside area. Makes the defense work much harder when he's doing that.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Garland scanning the floor to halt the run. Gets the 3 to fall.
For a guard like Garland, hitting threes unlocks the rest of the floor.
To the middle. Bridges outside. Pass to Shamet. 5 to shoot. Bridges outside. Here's Brunson outside. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
And a big finish by Robinson.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
High post Towns. Back to Brunson. From outside the arc. Drains the triple.
Don't let Brunson get hot. I mean, he'll answer all game long.
And there are the Cavaliers with another bucket.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Inside. Towns. power finish.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Garland. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Garland's got 7 points.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
Towns on a screen. Brunson looks it over to the inside. Over Garland. And it's Brunson missing. Outside Mitchell. Mobley on a screen. This one for three. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Cleveland on top. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Brian?
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. From deep three-point land. Shamet, no good.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Cleveland working the ball around now. Pass to Bryant. And he lays it up and in. Bryant's gotten 4 this quarter. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Really their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch.
Here's Diawara. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Knicks trail by 8. To the paint. The kick out to Brunson. Towns on a screen. To the wing, right side. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You can tell this team really relies on Darius Garland on the offensive end.
And that's because he offers options. Garland can make plays for himself and others. So you never know if he's going to make that nice pass or that nice shot.
Pass to Tyson. Merrill outside. Down low. Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And it's not just all of his physical ability, it's his hands. He has amazing hands. Catches everything, never a wasted motion.
The Cavaliers lead by 5. Merrill outside. To the middle. Here's Bryant. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Mobley with the block. In transition, here they come. Pass to Bryant. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. No good with a layup. Merrill, that's good. Merrill's got his first points in this one.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. A minute 31 left in the second. And here's Brunson from the arc. And Brunson won't miss many of those.
And there's a nice rhythm to Brunson's game. I mean, you see it in the pull-up.
There was so much excitement around the Cavs team last season, Richard. It ended up in disappointment.
Yeah, they cruised through the first round of the playoffs, but sometimes it's better to be challenged in the first round. It sets you up as you move forward.
Takes a three. That shot off the mark. The Cavaliers lead by 6. And finished off by Hunter.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Hart can't hit. And here comes Cleveland. Ball outside. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Outside Mitchell. Over Clarkson. Mitchell misses. Clarkson outside. Towns on a screen. Oh, Towns with the power.
They allowed him to establish deep position. You just can't do that.
And they need better team defense. How about your man in the post? It takes multiple guys to stop him.
And so that's the end of the first half. The Cavaliers on top, up by 6. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The three from Mitchell, and it's New York with a rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
I'm not sure what he was thinking. That's a weird pass.
The Cavaliers lead by 6. Outside Garland. Inside, Mobley. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Richard, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley. He's quickly becoming a two-way terror.
Yeah, the Cavs have unlocked him offensively, putting the ball in his hands and encouraging him to let it fly from long distance.
And now the Cavaliers on the break. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Garland's got 10 points.
And defensively with Mobley, it's not just the length, it's the anticipation, it's the high basketball IQ. This man will beat you mentally and physically.
Garland, no good. Knicks trail by 9. To the inside. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen. New York shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Back to you guys.
Physical. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
From deep, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Robinson. And it's the Knicks with the ball. They trail by 6. Towns. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. To the paint. And Allen gets it to go. 6 points for Jared Allen.
I love watching Garland because you can just watch his confidence grow, especially when he's out here running these pick and rolls.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Knicks trail by 6. And last season, the Cavs were pretty healthy through the regular season, but that luck deserted them in the playoffs, Richard.
And I think that and that they didn't have a lot of competition in their first-round matchup did not set them up to succeed.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
It's hard on the wing. Still without a bucket. It's good. Cleveland leading by 6. Tipped away. Stolen by Bridges. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Pushing the pace, Bridges stays ahead of the fast break.
To the inside. Here's Bryant. Merrill outside. Here's the screen by Bryant. Pass to Tyson. No good with the triple. Hart from long range. And again, New York with the triple.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Screen by Robinson. Here's Brunson outside. That shot, no good. To the middle. The shot by Merrill, no good. New York with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Bridges misses. Bryant, left side. The 3 from Ball. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. Ball's got his first 3 points of the game.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense. It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Merrill up top. 5 points in the game. And it's all from 3-point range. New York trailing. Bridges. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Bryant outside. Inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Now here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Yabusele the screen. Outside Brunson. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's McBride. Pass to Clarkson. Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. Shot's good by Hart. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with some pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
Yabusele the screen. Down low. And Yabusele slams it in.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
The Cavs trailing. Garland up top. Allen, right side. 6 to shoot. From deep, Mitchell. 3-ball, Donovan Mitchell.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. New York making a switch here. On defense, the Cavaliers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. New York, again, can't hit.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
And it's Garland on the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Just slicing his way to the rack. This man is so crafty. I love it when Garland takes charge like this.
Now Towns. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Cleveland leading by 4. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Garland fires. Towns rips down the board. Outside Brunson. He shoots. And no one in the vicinity.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Hunter outside. Hunter got the loose ball, but that'll be a backcourt violation.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Towns on a screen. Brunson can't get the three. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Their biggest lead of the game is 9.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
Screen by Robinson. Brunson. The three is off.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Allen. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Hart. Mobley with the block. And they're able to recover. Another chance. Oh! Now Garland. Mitchell. Oh, and Towns with the block.
And look at that reach. I mean, Towns just saying no.
Double team on Mitchell. And he nails it.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
And now we've got an intentional foul. Leading by 5. There's 31 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. So it comes up empty at the line. It's all come down to this. One critical possession.
And, B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
Hard with it. Picked up by Allen. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Well, how about the poise he showed there, making this a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by New York. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Brunson fires! Oh, he missed the jumper! And that's an intentional foul. Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. Now a timeout called by New York. 11 seconds left to the game. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
It's money from deep.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
And now they foul and stop the clock. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he's able to hit the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Here's Brunson. Fires the 3. Cashes it in.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And here we go. NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. RJ, you look at tonight's matchup. So much talent between these teams.
We're going to see stars on the court, probably some stars in the crowd too. This is a great night on the calendar.
Outside Edwards. Williams grabs the board. And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Takes one from 10 feet. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam.
And Williams off the drive. And Williams punches it home.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
Everyone knows Devin Booker for one thing, Richard, his ability to score.
Yeah, I always think back to that 70-point game he had against the Celtics. He was only 20 at the time, the youngest ever in that 70-point club.
Count it.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Minnesota again missing. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
This one for 3. Drops in the 3. Booker's got 5 now.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Edwards looking for an opening. No good. Unable to win this run. It's Booker on the wing. He's got 5. And Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Timberwolves trail by 9. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
Here's Booker, following the score by Minnesota. Down low. Here's Iguodala. And Gobert with a block. It's McDaniels on the wing. Randall outside. Here's Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. And it's 6 points for Anthony Edwards.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Here's Booker. It's blocked by Gobert. Randall right side. Back to Edwards. The three is up. Again, the miss by Edwards. Phoenix leading by 5. Booker. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Randall inside. Outside, DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Randall can't hit. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. For 3, Allen. Pure from three-point range.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
McDaniels from long range. That one doesn't drop. Inside. Here's Iguodala. And that one is stuffed right through.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far.